आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भीतिनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम् सन्नद्धकवची खड्गे चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन्ममाग्रतो नित्यं रामः पातु स लक्ष्मणः नमत्कोदण्डहस्ताय सन्धीकृतशराय च खण्डिताखिलदैत्याय रामायापन्निवारिणे रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पदये नमः अग्रदपृष्ठदश्चैव पार्श्वदश्च महाबलौ आकर्णपूर्णधन्वानौ रक्षेतां रामलक्ष्मणौ मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Is being recorded? Yeah? Okay. नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे दक्षिणो लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्. We'll start from Soha number 4. उदासीन अरिमीत हित सुनत जरहि कल प्रीति जानि पानि जग जोरि जन विनती करई सप्रीति सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. Describing the qualities of people who are wicked by nature, the words are like Vajra of Indra Bhagavan. Previous verse said, Vachana Vajra Jahi Sada Piyara. And Sahasa Nayana Par Dosha Nihara. With 1,000 eyes they continue to see all the negativities, like our TV reporters. Always, information that we get is always about confirming that everything is bad. So, that way, in fact, these people are such, he is talking about extremities, no doubt. Exaggeration is unavoidable in a dramatization of a situation. You have to dramatize it. Like you see in the sitcom, in your serials. I do not know, all the characters always wear the best of the dress, makeup, while at home also. And when they cry, this makeup should not go, So dramatization requires exaggeration also. So here, obviously, Tulasidas says, Udasina aripi meeta hita sunata jarahi kalariti. Even those people who are dear to them, closer to them, mita, ari means those who are enemy, or udasina, those who are indifferent. Even there, hita sunata, listening to their prosperity. Some people are even jealous, obviously. Jealous about friends only mainly. If somebody gets whatever. But if somebody whom I know, if they are becoming better, jarahi kalahi, jarahi. So then the whole body becomes so heated up out of jealous. This is the kala riti. Riti means swabhava. Kala jananam swabhava. The nature of, the swabhava of people who are wicked by nature, evil by nature, their swabhava is what? Becoming jealous about anybody and everybody, whether they are friend or a foe, enemy or a friend, or even udasin. Somebody whom they do not know, maybe a neighbor, somebody whom I don't interact with regularly. How can that fellow have 2 Tesla cars? I have only one. The two, both of them are white, which is very difficult for me to get. I get only blue or black or whatever. So always looking at everybody's prosperity as my problem. So udasina arimita hita sunata jarahi kalariti. So this, knowing this nature of the wicked people, jani pan juga jori jana, I therefore, even them, I salute, because they are also there in this world. And as we have been seeing, Santa Jananam Vandana is the nature which we all do. Durjananam Abhivandana. This is the nature of the Mahatmas. The great people are those who do not look at the sinner of the sin as the nature of the soul. Please note this point, very important. Sinner of a sin is not the nature of the soul. Soul by nature is divine, immaculate, pure. It is a reflection of Bhagavan himself. Pradibhimba of a Bhagavan. But the soul gathers certain impurities, like that of the rain that is coming from the sky, falling onto the mountains, becoming a stream, becoming small riverlets, and over a period of time gathers many, many things on the way. Before it reaches the ocean, it is definitely polluted. Especially if you see Ganga and all, if you go to Gangotri or Gomukh, it is pure, immaculate, clean, like crystal. But when it comes to finally reach Howrah, if you go to Calcutta, you will say, my God, it's a brown color. There it is a crystal clear water. But when it comes to, so Howrah, Howrah, how is that it's so become so impure? Because it has over a period of time gathered. But if you really take the water, Ganges water, and keep it for some time, the whole thing will settle down. This is the beauty of Ganges. Everything will come down and stay below. In the top you will get that pure water. You do without doing any process. So too, when Bhagavan is remembered, when the nature of the reality is understood, or Bhagavad Bhakti increases, the impurities that are there will naturally come down. But then, we don't see it that way. Mahatmas continues to see that way. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shvanichaiva Svapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Men of wisdom are men of equanimity. They always see what is good in you pure in you, divine in you. So, Jani Pani, Pani means both the hand, Juga together, Jori Jana, Minati Karai Sapriti. I, with all devotion, I salute them as well. It is said, Kalana Hridaya Ati Papa Viseshi, Jarahi Sada Parasampati Deki. It is always the nature of the impure souls when he says, impurities added to the soul. Kalahi Hridaya Ati Papa Viseshi, Tapa Viseshi. It is always tapa. Tapa means that continuously burning, continuously jealous. Jarahi burns. Sada parasampati deki. Parasampati deki, looking at others' welfare or others' prosperity, richness, glory or fame, it constantly burns. But Bhagavan, here Tulasidas sees only Bhagavan in everyone. Siyara mama sab jagajani. The Jani word in the first letter in the second line, Jani means what? Siyara mamaya sab jagajani kara upranami jori jukapani. I see Sri Rama only everywhere. Even in the most wanted criminal, I see Bhagavan's presence. That is the nature of Tulasidas. That's why he says, Siya Rama Mama Sab Jagajani. In all places I see only Siya Rama. And therefore, Karavu Pranama Jori Jugapani. I salute everyone. And now we'll go to the next continuation of. See, when 4 is over, 5 starts. So when we do this next set of verses called 5.1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Because ending in 5. मैं अपनी दिशि की निहोरा तीन निज और न लायव मोरा वायस पलिय हि अति अनुरागा हो कि निरामिष का बहु कागा बंदव संत असज्जन चरणा तुक प्रद उभय बीच कच बरना बिचुरत एक प्राण हरि लेहि मिलत एक दुख दारण हरेहि. Together. मैं अपनी दिशि कीन निहोरा तिन निज और न लायब मोरा बायस पलिय हि अति अनुरागा हो कि निरामिष का बहु कि कागा बंदव संत असज्जन चरणा दुख प्रद उभय बीच कच भरना बिचुरत एक प्राण हरि लेहि मिलत एक दुख दारुण तेहि. Here he says, on my part I salute. On my part I salute everyone because that is my swabhav. मैं अपनी दिशि, from my side, कीन निहोरा, I continue to worship everyone, pray for everybody's goodness. See, that's why in our value, when we are practicing, whatever be the other person's opinion or the misunderstanding, if we want peace in our heart, which is in our control, not anybody can dictate that, or nor anybody can give to us. Right? Your peace, can it be given by anybody else? And that's why the whole life when we keep fighting. So what is the finally people say? Rest in peace. Now, R.I.P. Why? You have been fighting throughout your life. No, at least. Because of you, we will rest in peace also. You are not there anymore. So if we have to have our peace of mind, which is in our control only, never give the remote control of your mind to somebody else. You know, when you're sitting in watching TV, you keep changing the channel. Let your mind not be changed by somebody else. Don't ever give your remote control to anybody else. So if I have my peace of mind, I have to have, who will give it to me? So here, Tulasidas says, I on my part, my swabhav is what? I salute everyone. I pray for everybody's welfare. मैं अपनी दिसिखी ननी हो रहा. I have done my part of it, prayers. Then, तीन निज और न लायव भोरा. So, it is interesting, just as for my part, my swabhav is to forgive everyone, pray for everyone. And in the case of those people, not you people, those people who are wicked, evil, they don't leave their nature. Nija or nalava bora. They do not leave their nature at all. So, it is, many people ask this question, Swamiji, how do I change the behavior of my spouse? I don't say wife or husband. I will say you can't. Right? Unless that person wants, it will change or not. It's the easiest way to unhappiness is try to change somebody. Guaranteed you will be unhappy. And the man thinks, my wife, when he's getting married, my wife, she'll be always the same, smiling, serving, very dear to me. And she thinks, so she will not change. That's what he would think. And she would say, this fellow is, all bad behavior, his parents only gave it to him. I will change him. Okay? She thinks he will change. He thinks she will not change. Opposite happens. She changes. He doesn't. Both of them are disappointed. Once in a year, Valentine Day. I hope you still love me. Only the red rose market shares have gone up. That's all it is. Nothing else has happened every year. So, here, what Tulasidas says, on my part, my swabhav is what? My nature is to pray for everybody. But their swabhav is what? Never change. One Mahatma was walking on the seashore, and there were some, what do you call that? Crabs. It was a hot day, and they come because of the waves are bringing them onto the very hard sand. And they leave again and go. Because the waves, so they struggle in that hot sand. So this Mahatma would take it and throw it back to the water. Hundreds of them. If you walk on the seashore, you will. So he kept on doing that. And every time he picked up each one of them, they sting. Again, again. So his disciple who was going, that guru was doing that, the master and the disciples, he stopped him and said, I have a question. Yes. You see that they are stinking you. And you are just painful. Why are you again picking it up? Leave it to them. He said, it is my swabhav to help them and their swabhav to bite me. What can I do? My swabhav is to help them. and their swabhava is to bite. They won't leave their swabhava, I won't leave my swabhava. So he gives a beautiful example here. Vayasa paliyahi ati anuraga. Vayasa means, not payasam, okay? Vayasa means a craven or a crow. Paliyahi, even you protect them, you protect a set of, a crowd of, or a bunch of crows, take care of them, ati anuraga, with great love. What do? Ho hini ramisha kabahi kaga. This kaga, these crows will never, even if you give them the best of the food and protect them very well with love, but they will not leave eating mamsa. Niramisha. Niramisha means what is chuta, what is left behind, thrown away, what you call the petrified, what is even not for eating, that alone they want. Ho hi niramisha kabahi kaga. So without eating that kind of a filthy one, the kaga will not be happy at all. Give them anything. It's like in some of the Indian languages they say, how much ever you straighten the tail of the dog. Straight, after you leave it. So, that is the way it is said. Swabhava of the sadhu purushas are always be prayerful, helpful, full of peace, full of joy, full of compassion, and accommodate everyone, forgive everyone. That is. Others we have been seeing continuously, even with respect to their friends or enemies or even those whom they don't know, they cannot tolerate anybody's good, anybody's welfare, anybody's prosperity. So, can ever the niramisha hohi, amisha means that which is amedya, impure. Niramisha hohi, will they ever become vegetarian? No. Swamiji, we decided not to be vegetarian, knowing very well the dangers involved. So, then if they do not change, why are you going on, praising them? That's why, as much as the sages don't change their nature, they also don't. We know that. It is said, na vina paravadena ramate durjano janaha kagas sarvarasan bhunkte vina medyam na tripyati. Na vina paravadena, without arguing with others, ramate durjano janaha, the men who are wicked ever would be happy. Meaning, without arguing, they will not be happy. Today, whom did we argue with? Very good, I did. I completed my today's task. Without arguing, they cannot be happy in a single day. In the same way, kakaha, the crow, sarvarasan bhunkte. It drinks or eats everything, but vina amedyam na tripyati. Without eating the filth, it is not happy. So is the nature of the people who are wicked. Without arguing, without fighting, without feeling jealous, without being angry, their life or days, the day doesn't end. So, why is this explained? Because we should emulate the qualities of the sadhus and detect the nature of the wicked people and stay as far away as possible. From in distance you salute them. Because why it is said, in the next verse is a beautiful one. Bandava santa asanchana charana. Bandav, I salute. Charana, the feet of both santa asajjana. It's some place it written santa asanta. This is a very famous verse. You must remember, all of us to remember that. Bandhavu Santa Asajjana Charana. I salute the feet of both Santa Mahatmas and Asanta or Asajjana. People who are living in false pretenses. Asajjana means, Asat means Nasat. What is real is Sat. What is unreal is Asat. Asat means showing off false pretensions, artificiality, pretentiousness. That's called those who have their nature as always pretentious. 2, 3 foundations they put. Externally. Internally, they project themselves as different from what actually they are. There is a dichotomy within the heart. What is and what they pretend to be. What is and what they show to the face as to the world. So, the mind is already split, and such a split mind can never be happy with itself. Asajjana. I salute people who are both Santa and Asanta. Bandhavu Santa Asajjana Charana. And why I am saluting? Because Dukkha Prada Upaya Bicha Kachu Bharana. Indeed, there is one thing common in both of them. Both will give sorrow. Huh? Come again? Dukkha Prada, Dukh deta hai. Dukh Pradati. Dukkha Prada Ubhaya. Both of them will give unhappiness. Right? You are saying you are saluting both of them, but they both give unhappiness? Yeah. Dukkha Prada Ubhaya Bicha Kachu Bharana. There is some difference between them. Even though both of them will give sorrow, but there is one basic difference between them. What is that? Bichurata ek prana harilehi. One, when they leave, they give us sorrow. Bichurata, when they viyog, when they leave, ek, one of them, between these two, prana harilehi. They take away our life. Milata ek dukkha daruna dehi. Other one, when you meet them, they give enough sorrow. It is very interesting. So both of them give sorrow. That is called unmilita alankar. In a technical word is unmilita alankar. Indirectly indicating something and making your eyes open to that. Unmilita alankar. So both of them are giving sorrow to me, but there is a difference. One, when they leave, they give sorrow. Other one, when you meet them, they give you sorrow. Gurudev used to say, cultured people are those who, wherever they go, they give joy. Uncultured are the ones who, whenever they leave, they give you joy. Opposite of that. So somebody asked our Swami Tejumayanji, how do we know that we are spiritually progressing? Simple. How many people are smiling in your presence? When they are smiling when you are present or absent? That is the question. If they are very happy when you leave, then it is very tragedy, great tragedy. So, Bichurata ek prana harilehi, milata ek dukkha dharana dehi. Not small sorrow, dharuna. Deep sorrow they give. When you meet them, they give great amount of sorrow. So, here, that as I said, unmilit alankar. So, why is that you say that when they leave, Santa Mahatmas, when they leave, they give you sorrow? Because you are basking in the love of God. It is like sunlight when it comes, you are all happy because the brightness everywhere, the beauty is seen. The sunlight is not as such doing anything else but revealing the beauty of the world around you, right? If you are in a beautiful garden, and it often happens when we go for yatra, etc., we reach very late in the night. And they say, the best of the hotel and best of the place and well placed, etc. We reach there around night around 6:30, and then everybody's tired. So, and we open the window and see it's all dark everywhere. What is it? In the morning we'll see. Acha, theek hai. Then we go for dinner and sleep. Next morning, and by the end of the day, the organizers announce, tomorrow morning 6 o'clock, pack your bag and we have to leave. By the time you wake up, it is still dark and you pack and leave. You brought us all the way to this beautiful place, but we can't see a thing. So if the sunlight has come up, then you see the beauty of the whole thing. It is already there, it gets revealed to you. So too, this sajjanaha, men of great wisdom and devotion to God, they bring this beauty of love for God in our heart. We cannot but love Bhagavan in their presence because they are already basking in that love. They are full of, saturated with that love. And so when they are present, we are elevated to a higher level of thinking and joy and peace. And suddenly the support is gone. Dukha prata ek prana harile. They take away the prana as though. See, when Sri Rama left Ayodhya, how much those Ayodhyavasins felt. How much they felt sorrow. Even though he has not yet become a king, he is just only being proposed to be a king. And he was about to be coronated next day. And there is such a jubilation, such a joy everywhere. The next morning, when the very sad news that came that he has been asked by the king himself to leave the kingdom and to stay away for 14 years, the whole Ayodhya became empty. Because they couldn't tolerate that Bhagavan won't be there, Ram won't be there. So that is why I say, Vichurata ek prane harile. When he left, they felt as though their prana, their whole life is gone. In fact, it did happen. Dasharatha left his body because Rama had left. You know? He prana harilehi. He has taken away the life. Dasharatha could not survive. Within very few hours or so, or within a day, he passed away. Why? Because if he is not there, what is the point in living 14 years without him? So that is the nature of sajjanaha. Pichurata eka prana harile. Similarly, Gopikas felt when Bhagavan Krishna left. From the Vrindavan, when he left, obviously none of them had slept for afterwards. They never slept, they never ate, they never could do anything. Because of so much intense love. And he brought so much of peace and joy. So, interesting thing is, Milat ek dukha vadaruna dehi. When Sita ji met Ravan, what did he give to her? For next 6 to 8 months, only daruna dukkha. An intense amount of sorrow. So, the nature of the Samanta Mahatmas, they are those who give us the love for God. And when we are not able to sustain it without the help of these Mahatmas, obviously we feel so isolated, depressed and dejected because we are not able to ourselves continue with that. We need the support and the support is lost. Whereas people who are wicked by nature, even from a distance, when you see them, you feel so agitated, So that is why this particular verse is very beautiful. Bandav santa asajjana charana dukha prada ubaya bicha kuch bharana bichurata ek prana hari lehi milata ek dukha daruna dehi. So it says sadhu milanam gunaha sadhu viyogam doshaha. Gun kya hai? What is that which is bringing you great quality? Sadhu milanam gunaha sadhu viyogaha doshaha. Similarly, asadhu milanam dukkam. When you are in the company of asadhu, asadhu milanam dukkam, asoadu viyogam sukham. So in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna gives definition of yoga in different places. And one of the definitions is, he says, dukkha sanyoga viyogam yogam idi uchyate. What is yoga? Dukkha sanyoga viyogam. Disassociation with anything associated with sorrow. Dukkha sanyoga viyogam yogam idi sanjita. So the very word yoga coming from the root word yuj, to unite, to connect, to be in touch with, to contact. So the yoga that we do is only standing upside down. All this physical yoga only we understand. But real word of yoga means to be united with the higher self, Bhagavan, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. When you say that, it is being in touch with, being in contact with the Lord. And the Mahatmas are the connecting link. And the connecting link is snapped. Then you feel completely lost. Dukha prada ek prana hari lehi. Vichurata ek prana hari lehi. Milata ek dukha daruna dehi. See, it is said, if a sadhu is there, sajjana is there, but when they come in contact with the durjana, what happens? When men of such great wisdom, love and so much of devotion to God, when they come in contact with the men of wickedness, what happens? So it says, Satsangat prabhavati sadhuta kalanam sadhunam nahi kalasangamat kalatvam. Satsangat prabhavati sadhuta kalanam. Even those people who are wicked, when they come in contact with men of wisdom, Satsangat prabhavati sadhuta kalanam sadhunam nahi kalasangamat kalatvam. But when sajjanaha, men of wisdom, when they come in contact with kalanam, those people who are wicked, na bhavati kailatvam, they are not going to be affected by the wickedness of the people. So we, as striving to become pure, striving to become good, we have to be careful. But those who have already siddha purushaha, those who have become so firm rooted in their devotion, even if they are in the company of the people who are wicked, they will change, they won't. The wicked people will change by their presence and not the other way around. In the midst of the people who are wicked, the men of wisdom cannot be influenced. Kalanam, by their sangam, kalasangamat na kalatvam bhajate, kalatvam prapnoti sadhu. So, and the beautiful example that is given is Amodam kusu sambhavam mriteva datte mritkantam nahi kusumani darayanti. Amodam kusumatvam mriteva datte. A beautiful flower is there with lot of fragrance. In the midst of a slushy mud, the mud will get this fragrance of the flower. Amodam kusumabhavam. The beautiful fragrance that comes out of the flower, mrideva datte, it gives to the mud. Madhugandam nahi kusumani darayanti. But those flowers, even when they are remaining in the slushy mud, but you will not smell the mud in them. you will find that the mud has got the fragrance of the flower and not the flower will have the smell of the mud. So too, Sajjanaha, men of wisdom or men of such devotion, in their presence, even those who are Kalaha, those who are Kalarataha, meaning those who always are interested in love and dwell in trouble and causing trouble to others, they also will change, but not the other way around. So that is why now for the next two verses, Upajahi ek sanga jag mahi Jalaj jonka jimi guna bilagahi Sudha sura samasadu asadu Janaka eka jaga jaladi agadu Bala anabhala nija nija karatuti Lahata sujasa apaloka vibhuti Sudha sudha kara sura sari sadhu Garala anala kalimala sari vyadu. Together. Upajahi ek sanga jagmahi Jalaja jonka jimi guna bilakahi Soda sura samasadu asadu Janaka eka jaga jaladi agadu Bala anabala nija nija karatuti Lahata sujasa apaloka vibhuti Soda soda kara sura sari sadhu Garala anala kalimala sari vyadu Upajahi ek sang. Upajahi means they are born together. Upajagi ek sanga jagamahi. Jagamahi, ye jagat mein, in this world, both of them are born together, meaning in the same place. Upajahi ek sanga jagamahi. In this world, they both are coming from the same place. Who are those? Jalaja jonka jimi guna bilagahi. Jalaja means a lotus. Jalat jayate. Jayate means born. Born out of jala. Jala means not jealous. Jala means water. Jalaja. Niraja, Saroja, all the same. Saroja, Param Saras. Saras means the lake. It is born in the lake, lotus. Jalaja, Niraja, all that. So, Jalaja, that is born of water. All right. What is the other one? Jonki, meaning leech. Leech, right? Leech, not the one which you eat. That is also leech. Not that leech. The one which, what is that? What do you call it? That's also leech, right? What is the spelling? Both are same spelling or different? Some people eat that also. I don't know. Jonk. So those which are just like a leech, that is also born in the same place only. And guna bilagahi, but they are totally different in their gunas. Bilaga means alag hai. So their gunas, their qualities are totally different from each other. The lotus, by the very look of it, so I'm not belonging to any political party, okay? So lotus, when you look at it, it is so bright, so beautiful, so calming. And you know, if you look at that, Saraswati is sitting on it. Meaning what? It is a very place of knowledge. It's considered as the very representation of knowledge. Why? Because even though in the water, it never drowns, it is born out of it, but never touched by water. It remains untouched. So, even as the lotus is born in the same water where even the leech is. So, what is the big difference there? Gunabilagahi. Obviously, there is a big difference. As the lotus flower is even offered at the feet of the Lord because of its fragrance and beauty, etc. Leech, you who touch it, it will get stuck to your body and suck the blood out of you. Blood suckers. So such a big difference between these two, even though the birth or the origination is the same, water. In the same way, in this world has got both. Both people who are wicked, both people who are wise as well. So you don't blame the world as such. Because can you blame the water for creating a leech? As much as would you admire the water for creating the flower, lotus? So it is that which is giving birth to both of them, and how they have become what they have become. That we'll see in the next verse that is coming. And another example that is being given here, Sudha Sura Sama Sadhu Asadu. Sudha means nectar. Sura means wine, intoxicant. When the Samudra Mathan took place, both came. What? Both the beautiful Amritam also came towards the end, and in between they got all intoxicants also. So Sudha Sura Asama, in the same way, Sadhu Asadu. The difference between Sadhu and Asadu is like that. Nectar and the wine. Probably nectar will look like wine also. I do not know. So they, by the look, they all look same, but their nature is different. So Janaka Eka Jaga. Jaga, the word is Janaka. Jananam Karoti. The father or a parent of the both of them, Janaka Eka Jaga. Jala, so Janaka Eka Jaga. Jaladi Agadu is the deep ocean. The world is like a deep ocean which gives, like that of the ocean that was churned during the Samudra Mathanam. All things good also came out, all things bad also came out. In the same way, Sadhu, Asadu, both of them coming from the same world only. Like the lotus and the leech both come from the same place. So this world as such is the Janaka, parent of both of them. So recognizing that, following words would say how they turned out to become whatever they are. Now, what is the sadhutva? The main trait of being a sadhu is sadhu shama shikshakaha. Sadhus are those who shama shikshakaha. They are able to teach us how to be patient. How to be patient, and the word shama has two meaning. One is to be patient with respect to oneself, another is how to forgive others. Shama shikshakaha. Asadu shama parikshakaha. Asadhus are those who continuously test your patience. Continuously make you come out of the ability to forgive also. They do in such an extent, you lose it. They continuously pariksha karte rehte hain. They will constantly test your patience, test your tolerance, test your titiksha. So yesterday also I was in a question answer session. Swamiji, people around are so difficult to handle. How do I do that? I said the primary concern is whether you want to be peaceful or not. Whatever, you cannot, as I said, you cannot change everybody around you. If you know the swabhava of a person, leave it. Uska swabhava. It is like a person who is sick, and any amount of treatment does not fructify, let us say, doesn't result in any progress in that. So that person is sick. So how do you look at that person? Yeah, what to do? So how much ever you try, it is not working, or that's how it has become, and slowly, by God's grace, person will come out of it. With that feeling, you do prayer and then move about. You go on blaming yourself, everybody in this world, it's not going to solve the problem. It is only going to create so much of conflict and unhappiness in your mind. So even though we try, but do not think that because of your effort it is going to happen. So you keep your mind peaceful and serve the world. So sadhu shama shikshakaha, asadu shama parikshakaha. That's the difference between the sadhu and asadu. So like lotus, which gives joy and beauty and happiness to people around, while leech will, once you touch them, they will take a life out of you. Even sudha, that is nectar, and sura, both of them are liquid by nature, but their nature is totally opposite. One gives life, another takes away life. One sustains life, another destroys life. That is the difference between these two. In fact, sadhu, by giving the love for God, it is giving a nectar of life. By asadu, by talking about ill will of everybody, it is only polluting the mind. Bala anabala nija nija karatuti. Bala anabala. The good and the wickedness is entirely depending upon nija nija karatuti. Swa karma anusari. Karaduti means according to their action. Everybody is born with the goodness only. No child is born with the wickedness. But over a period of time, either their own vasanas that they have been carrying from many lives, or whatever is been seen and observed and absorbed by the child around its growth while it is growing, that is what making the individual do the right or wrong things. Nija nija karaduti. Bala anabala. Gaining the right kind of prosperity and goodness and wealth, or anabala. Lahata sujasa apaloka vibhuti. The lahata they obtain sujasa. Sujasa means fame. Apaloka meaning infamy, vibhuti. Their glory of gaining the correct kind of name and fame, or they pollute and destroy themselves with their own apaloka, therefore infamy. It is all depending upon how they engage in this world, what kind of action they do. Like, again, one more example, it is Sudha Sudhakara Sura Sari Sadhu. Sadhu is compared as Sudha, again, the nectar, Sudhakar, like a moon. The moon that gives the delightfulness to the heart. It delights all of us by its presence. It's, bright always, bright all right, but it is also not hot. It gives the light, but not the torturing heat. Sudha, Sudhakar, similarly, Surasari, Ganga. Ganga is considered to be the one which gives the maximum life sustenance to maximum number of people in the world. It travels so long from the Himalayas up to the Ganges, up to the Bay of Bengal, serving millions of people directly or indirectly, giving life to them. Like a sadhu who gives so much of interest and interest in life. Interest in our life comes only when we have interesting goal to achieve. Inspiring goal to achieve. What are you going to do? This usually, I have no idea. Whatever. I'll take the thing as it comes. That means I have no direction. So, people who have no interest, no direction, no enthusiasm in life, how do they drag day by day. From day to day, they drag themselves. Whereas those who are inspired by a goal, Gurudev always said, keep a goal in such a way you will never be able to achieve in the whole life. That kind of a goal you keep. Keep working on it. And you will find your improvement is very fast. If you keep a goal which is so easily achievable, next day you will get disinterested. What do you want to do? Finish the schooling. That's not a goal. Even if you don't study, they will kick you out. After 12th grade, what are you? You are not going to stay. Not like in India, they stay there, stay there. No, don't get out. Don't stay here. It's unnecessary drain of our money here. Finish schooling. Is it a goal? So keep a goal in such a way that it will whole life it will take to reach there, or even more. If that is not there, so Sudha Akara Surasari Sadhu, like Ganges which is continuously flowing and serving maximum number of people on the way. So that is the Sadhu. Sadhu Jananam Guna. What is that? Sudakar Surasari Sadhu. What is the guna of the Asadu? Garala Anala Kalimala Sari Vyadu. Vyadu means the wicked people. What is it? Garala. Garala is opposite of that Sudha. Garala means poison. Anala, it's fire. Opposite of, Sudakar. The moon which gives the delight, it gives you fright. Kalimala, which is full of impurity, unlike the pure water of Ganges, this is full of impurity of all the slushy, mud, dirt. Sari, Kalimala Sari means this very water that is found to be at the Pralaya Samaya, that particular water is filled with so much of, or it is said in the Naraka, this is the river that goes on. It is called Karmanasha. It is the name of the river itself, Karmanasha. Destruction of all karmas. That is the Vyadu, Asadu. So the distinction is very beautifully given. Sudha, and Sudha means nectar-like speech. The three things are important. As last week also we saw. Hearing, seeing and speaking. Right? Don't see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. The three monkeys faced it last time. Here also, Sudha is the nectar of speech. Sudhakara is coolness of the mind. Surasari means the contact in the world which is helpful to all others. Opposite of this, Garala, which is the poisonous speech. Anala, burning mind. And Kalimalanasha, Kalimalasari, or yes, it is Kalimalasari or Karmanasha. It is destruction. Your conduct and work in this world is to only to destroy everybody around. So that sparking difference, speech, mind and conduct. This is where the sadhu becomes sadhu and asadhu becomes asadhu. Swamiji, are we talking about Ramayana or something else? See, the preparation, so much is necessary to understand, because the characters that will appear in this Ramayana, we can clearly distinguish them. Oh, this belongs to this category. This belongs to that. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhad bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. That needs to be changed. At the time it is 2-3 minutes late.